Hello there. We begin in the United States, where time is ticking for TikTok. The chief of the social media app, Shouzi Qiu, was grilled by lawmakers over a whole range of issues, mostly related to the company's Chinese ownership. His appearance before the congressional committee comes after the Biden administration threatened to ban the
You heard that? Well, you should get ready for a hotly debated issue in the world of social media, the TikTok ban in the US. We'll explore key players, reasons behind the ban, and all you need to know about the case. So, you should stick with us as we unpack the case of banning TikTok. Right before we go deep into this, let's look at the overview of TikTok. As you already know, TikTok is a popular social media app owned by the innovative Chinese tech company ByteDance. TikTok has become a sensation among the younger generation, with over 1 billion active users worldwide. With just the touch of a button, users can create and share short-form videos that range from 15 to 60 seconds, showcasing their unique talents and creativity. The app's easy-to-use interface and wide range of creative features such as filters, stickers, and sound effects and background music have contributed to its addictive nature and high levels of engagement, but TikTok's reach doesn't stop there. In China, ByteDance offers a similar app called Douyin, which has become one of the most popular social media platforms in the country. That's not all. You also need to know that with a staggering 150 million monthly users in the United States alone, TikTok has captured the hearts and minds of almost half the US population. This is a platform they've utilized for both entertainment and business.
TikTok has done much more than just give me exposure. It has actually allowed me to increase my income by 700%. And this extra income has allowed me to support myself, build a studio, and pay staff. And then this platform is taken away, then I'm not sure if I'll be able to continue to do that.
Despite the app's rapid growth in America, and despite the CEO's promise to earn the country's trust, it's unlikely that those worried about TikTok will have changed their mind after this hearing.
Considering the fact that Americans love TikTok so much, you might ask, why does the US want to ban TikTok? The push to ban TikTok in the US is largely led by Republican lawmakers in Congress. The US Congress raised 3 major concerns about TikTok, including the possibility that the app collects users' data, its potential to create addictive behavior in children, and the potential for misinformation and violent content to spread on the platform. These concerns have sparked proposals for a ban on the app in the United States. Now, the first concern raised by the US Congress is related to data collection. There's a growing concern that TikTok, as a Chinese-owned company, could be collecting data on its users for nefarious purposes. In response, TikTok has repeatedly stated that their user data is stored in the United States and Singapore, and that they have no intention of sharing this data with the Chinese government. However, the possibility of a data breach or leak is always a concern, and the fact that TikTok is owned by a Chinese company has raised suspicion in the United States. The second concern raised by the US Congress is related to the potential for TikTok to create addictive behavior in children. Many parents worry that their children spend too much time on the app, and studies have shown that excessive screen time can have negative effects on children's development. TikTok has responded by introducing features that allow parents to control their children's time on the app, but some remain skeptical about the effectiveness of these measures. The third concern raised by the US Congress is related to the potential for misinformation and violent content to spread on TikTok. There have been numerous instances of misinformation and hate speech spreading on the platform, and many are concerned that TikTok is not doing enough to police its content. In response, TikTok has stated that they have a team of moderators who work to remove harmful content, and that they are constantly improving their moderation policies. Despite these concerns, it is worth noting that many other social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube also face similar challenges. In fact, some argue that TikTok has been unfairly targeted because of its Chinese ownership. The situation with TikTok is complex, and there are many different perspectives on the issue. Some argue that the app should be banned due to concerns about data privacy and addictive behavior, while others argue that it's an important platform for free expression and creativity. Ultimately, it will be up to the United States government to determine the fate of TikTok in the country. So, what is the fate of TikTok in the US? Well, stick with us to find out. As the TikTok saga continues, the Biden administration has posed a threat to ban the social media platform if it doesn't distance itself from its Chinese owners. The ultimatum requires the app's owners to either sell their stake in TikTok or risk a ban. This move comes from the Committee on Foreign Investments in the United States, CFIUS, which has been negotiating with TikTok for years. The same group previously forced a sale of the Chinese-owned dating app Grindr in 2019. It appears that the Biden administration's action is an escalation in pressure from Washington, as concerns about national security and data privacy related to the app continue to rise. While TikTok has become increasingly popular in the United States, over the past few years, its future in the country is now uncertain. Wait, hasn't this happened before? If the latest news about TikTok sounds familiar, it's because the social media platform has already undergone a similar saga in the United States that began in 2020. At that time, the Trump administration threatened to ban the app through an executive order if it did not sell itself to a US-based company. Oracle and Walmart were proposed as potential buyers, and TikTok engaged in a lengthy legal battle against the US government. Critics of the move accused then-President Donald Trump of xenophobia and viewed this push to sell the app to an American firm as political theater. Trump even suggested that the US should receive a portion of any deal. Eventually, the Biden administration revoked the Trump-era executive order, but replaced it with a broader directive focused on investigating technology linked to foreign adversaries, including China. Meanwhile, the Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States, or CFIUS, continued to negotiate a possible deal that would allow TikTok to remain operational in the US. However, scrutiny of the app has resumed in Washington. Lawmakers have once again turned their attention to TikTok's ties to China through its parent company ByteDance, following a report from last year that suggested China-based employees repeatedly accessed US user data. However, TikTok has denied the allegations made in the report. So, what has TikTok said? TikTok CEO Shou Chew recently reaffirmed the company's commitment to addressing lawmakers' concerns at a Harvard Business Review conference. Chew stated that the Chinese government has never asked for US user data, and even if it did, TikTok would not provide it. He emphasized that all US user data is stored on the Oracle Cloud infrastructure and is completely controlled by US personnel. Chew also addressed concerns that the Chinese government could use TikTok to spread propaganda to US audiences. He stressed that such activity would be bad for business, as 60% of TikTok's owners are global investors. He stated that misinformation and propaganda have no place on the platform, and that users do not expect it. And regarding the Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States divestiture request, a TikTok spokesperson told CNN that a change in ownership would not affect how US user data is accessed. The spokesperson stated that the best way to address national security concerns is through transparent US-based protection of US user data and systems with robust third-party monitoring, vetting, and verification, which TikTok is already implementing. With that being said, is TikTok really a threat to national security? We believe that TikTok's potential as a national security risk is primarily due to its relationship with the Chinese government, which has laws that mandate cooperation in security activities for companies under its jurisdiction. The main issue is there is limited transparency about whether or how this leverage has been exercised. Although TikTok does not operate in China, its parent company ByteDance does. However, privacy and security experts who have examined the app have found that it does not differ significantly from other social networks in terms of data collection or communication with company servers. And while this still involves revealing personal information, it does not suggest that TikTok is inherently malicious or a form of spyware. Thanks for sticking till the end of this video, and we'll see you in the next one.